We decided to form this club with Gonzalo Molina as our advisor, me, Miriam Santa Barbara as the president, and Nicolás Bermúdez as vice president, Lucas Soque as community outreach, and Alessia as our community manager. So you can see we're a full team. So welcome to the Entrepreneurship Club. These are just some things that we're going to talk about to explain how the club is going to work, etc. So first of all, who are we? We are a group of students that we see SLU Madrid becoming a collaborative community to develop projects, like business projects between all of us, because like we have such good abilities between all of us that we should like team up and work on business ideas that are going to be good for the future, you know. So how are we going to do this? We're going to develop a network within SLU Madrid and beyond, meaning alumni, professionals, outside professionals, students, staff, and the university, to develop skills and projects through functional seminars, inspirational talks, and mentoring activities, which Nico's can explain our general activities.
Okay, so what are we going to be doing? These are basically the four main activities. We have the workshops. There are two types. We have the functional seminars where business professors or staff or SLU are going to give a speech, like interactive speech with us relating the entrepreneurship club and skills. And also we're going to do workshops. We are going to be with alumni or the members of the club to, for example, practice your speech of your idea, to be ready and get your idea more developed. There are also going to be inspirational talks. Like, for example, we're planning to bring Bosco, that is a friend of Gonzalo, which is the CEO of Vodafone. And maybe he comes also to give a digital transformation speech, which is very interesting to develop a new business or whatever. We're planning to bring also a brilliant minds and speakers as well, and also the alumni as well. And then we're going to have mentoring activities, which Gonzalo is going to explain in detail now. And basically all this is like developing your idea and getting it working and more to finally a yearly event of Family, Friends and Fools, which is gonna, well, I'm gonna explain it later, but basically for this event, we have limited resources, which that means that all the projects are gonna be ready to be at that event.
Okay, so in case it's not clear, just in case it's not clear, you know, this is what you get for being a professor. There are three sets of activities. The first one are inspirational seminars, which will be talks presented by professionals, alumni, and special guests from outside university, to which you are all invited, whether you're members of the club or not. These are going to be open events, okay? So you can even bring friends, as long as the room allows for more capacity, you are all invited to join. The second one are functional talks, and these ones are going to be developed or done by faculty, members of the faculty especially, okay? So for instance, Miriam just handed out to me the results or partial results of the survey you've all completed, or most of you have completed, you know, when you scan the QR code. And for instance, we see here that beyond having entrepreneurial ideas and so on and so forth, most people declare that finances are their main weakness, okay? So we've got financial monsters here. Chavi, thanks for coming. So I'm pretty sure that both our full-time faculty and also our part-time faculty are willing to give our students advice on this area, whether it's in speeches or talks, as in, you know, like today here, or mentoring one-on-one with the projects that get selected in the sponsor projects, which is the third activity I'm going to talk about now, okay? So how do sponsor projects work? The first thing we want to do is identify formal members of the club. So probably not all of you are interested in being formal members of the club. Becoming a formal member of the club entices that you will have to sign an agreement or join the club through signing a non-disclosure agreement. This means that whenever you participate in any kind of forum or discussion on a business project, you commit to not reveal any of the information or share the information with third parties. Okay, this is a basic for students to trust the system and for the system to work. Okay, informal members who just come to inspirational talks or come to formal talks, you're welcome to come there, but none of the projects in which our students are working will be disclosed in these events. Okay, so there will be a group of, I believe we agreed that it will be 2 members of the club and 2 professors. There will be a jury for this first project identification. This means you guys come to us with a business idea without any further preparation. I mean, take it as far as you can. But if you're not ready to prepare a full presentation of what your business idea is, just bring the idea, okay? We will help you prepare a formal presentation ending up in an elevator pitch, okay? Which will be what you will present to the committee, okay? For a pitch and catch. This committee is more formal, and the idea is to have also 2 members of the club, 2 student members of the club, 2 people from outside the university, whether they are graduate students, alumni. Well, I'll address you later on. And also practitioners out there, and who are not necessarily alumni, and 2 members of the faculty and staff, actually, okay? Now, this committee, after this pitch and catch session, basically, you will present your project and they will try to tear it down. They will try to, convince you that your project is not a good idea, okay? If you defend your project well enough, then you will be part of the selected projects that will deserve company throughout the rest of the year until we reach the final investor pitch, okay? In this event, only 3 projects, a maximum of 3 projects every year will be presented around the month of May, close to spring graduation event. And to this event, we will invite all students, all faculty, all staff, even your families. I mean, my father is an investor, and he might be interested in, putting money in a student's project if he thinks it's a good business idea. So this is what we call the Family, Friends, and Fools event. You will be formally presenting. As I said, only 3 projects, a maximum of 3 projects will be selected for this presentation. After that, there will be a short event, maybe, some coffee, wine, beer. So you'll be able to mingle with people and talk more in detail with people interested in your specific project. Okay, this is as far as St. Louis is able to accompany your projects right now, at present time. The club also has the goal of reaching out to external constituents such as the Impact Hub or other communities, business communities or entrepreneurship communities such as that, that might bring further support to the projects that are presented here. Clear, more or less? So you present the idea, we help you build a well-rounded presentation, you defend your idea to a committee, and if you pass this selection process, which is at most 3 projects per year, you will be able to, for instance, hold a one-on-one or several one-on-one mentoring sessions with Paolo Saona to work on your finances, or mentoring sessions with me to work on your marketing, or mentoring sessions with Marta to work on whatever it is that she does. and that's pretty much it. I hope I made it clear.
Very clear, thank you. So this is how basically the club is going to work. So you have a business idea. The next steps is preparing for the first committee that is going to be on October 14th. So bring your idea, as Gonzalo said, ideally with like a structure that we will post on LinkedIn and stuff, of a basic business plan of what you are planning to do. So October 14th, that's the next thing to do if you are planning to develop an idea. And you are going to present to a committee that Gonzalo already explained. And with this, you're potentially sponsored project, meaning you're potentially going to be able to go to Paolo to financial sessions or Xavier or Gonzalo. And of course, as he explained, all of this is confidential to not steal ideas, etc. Spread them around,
Not steal ideas.
Mark
Zuckerberg.
So the good thing is that if you don't have an idea, this is gonna happen twice per semester. So, because we're gonna have, for example, next week, a creativity and original ideas workshop. So you're not, like, you're in the right place, even if you don't have an idea, if you know what I mean. Because you're gonna have the opportunity to develop it and actually get to work on it in the club as well. If you don't have an idea, you're so welcome to come to the inspirational talks, workshops, because we like the ideas that we will learn from each other and can collaborate with each other, you know, to develop the best business projects that we can.
All right, so today we've given you guys, does it work? Yeah. So today we've given you guys a lot of information and it might all seem a little bit confusing and overwhelming. However, we just want to remind you that none of this work is required. We're just trying to provide the tools for you guys to develop your ideas further. And with that, if you guys miss any of the events or like you can't come or something happens, we are posting everything on Instagram. So please raise your hand if you follow us on Instagram right now. Perfect. So everyone that didn't raise your hand, I let you pull out your phone right now and follow us. Entrepreneur period SLU. So you can follow us. We'll post polls or activities. Any questions or anything can be answered there.
Perfect. Luca. Hi, Luca. Welcome.
Thank you. No applause, really? All right, thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you to all. So as part of
There you go.
So as part of the head of community outreach, I'm here to really offer you the connections that you need to be able to, once you pass either the phase where you have your idea set and permitted, I'm here to help you with that. Or also if you're really anything else with connections and on LinkedIn or such. And one of the things that I'm going to be able to just a small detail pass on to you before we proceed on to the next is that, not that. Is that your LinkedIn is critical. You have to have a good LinkedIn profile because ultimately people are not going to take you seriously. So as you join this club, I recommend you to really rethink how your LinkedIn, how you post, and what you do, such as really rephrase your profile and such. And ultimately, I'm here to help you. Patrice Burns from Career Services, of course, is also here to help you.
Patrice, you're here. Thanks for coming.
And so reach out to me at any time if you really need help with your profile and such, or in making connections and enabling, also contacting people, cold calling people. Once you're permitted, once you have your idea approved, or if you just are really, the real entrepreneur that wants to make an impact in this world, such as Mark Zuckerberg. Tell me what you need, and I'll be here to help you at any time.
Okay, so just like we mentioned before, we're going to have events and they're going to be posted on Instagram. And for example, this event was called the Welcome Session. Next event, as you can see in the next calendar.
It's down there. First on there.
When we have, yeah.
Oh, sorry, I did not see that. It's right here. It'll be Beth. She's going to be coming and talking about creativity, brainstorming. And so it'll be a very cool, inspirational talk that you guys can all come and learn about. And then in October, we're going to have our next event, which is going to be October 14th. And that's where you'll do your first presentation of your project.
Yeah, don't hesitate to contact Luca for any of your services or your LinkedIn profile.
I'm so accessible that my phone number's on there.
Justo.
The problem is no one ever calls.
¿Está sonido?
Me parece. ¿Hola? No. Hello.
No, no funciona.
Me voy a apagar el teléfono. ¿Hola?
No, si no ha hecho ruido es que no funciona. Nada, vamos, se queda sin batería, creo.
Pero se oye. Se oye.
Vale. Okay, this is me again?
Sí.
Okay, you guys, have you guys heard of South Summit? No? Seriously?
Yes.
Okay, is this working? See. Okay, so the South Summit is a business event that happens every year, and that is all about innovation in business. So they usually present and discuss the hottest topics in business, like there you go. Oops. Healthcare as one of the top sectors, future of business, fintech and insurtech, connectivity and data, mobility and smart cities, travel and tourism. Probably most of your business ideas are related to this high-tech, ventures and areas or sectors. Okay, just so you see what the South Summit is and the amount of information they present. They do vast inquiries and surveys on entrepreneurs in Spain. So they've got information such as these. The entrepreneur in Spain is usually 82% are men, 34 years old. So it's great, guys, because you've got plenty of time to get ready, to become an entrepreneur. I mean, you can start today, why not? 97% has a university degree and 82% has a master's. Basically, or majorly technical careers or STEM. 52% comes from working for someone else, meaning they were not entrepreneurs from the beginning, okay? See, when you guys ask me, Gonzalo, I'm planning on studying a master's, and I tell you, don't. Go out there, work for a couple of years, and then go back to the classroom and enjoy your master's, make the most of it. Pretty much the same happens with entrepreneurship. It's much cheaper to learn with somebody else's money, if you see what I mean, right? Mm-hmm. So once you're ready to start your own business, there's a lot of knowledge that you've acquired in somebody else's business, okay? With this, I don't mean to discourage you to start as soon as possible. Some of the world-leading businesses right now started in a garage during college days, 40% of entrepreneurs, has tried before. This means that almost 1 in every 2 entrepreneurs did not succeed at first try. And I want to encourage you to try and fail as many times as you need, because very few people actually got it at first shot. Okay, entrepreneurship is a state of mind. It means trying again when you fail the first time, and again if you fail the second one, and again if you fail the third one. The history of business is full of names of people that went bankrupt dozens of times until they finally hit the sweet spot. The startup in Spain, 44% has already launched the product, and it's starting to show traction or to show push. This means that, remember the product life cycle? Yeah. So most new businesses get to take off and start the growth. The problem is when you want your business to move from growing into big. Yeah, that is what's called the chasm. Okay, and crossing the chasm is one of the biggest challenges that most new businesses face nowadays. Okay, so starting up a business might be easy. Turning a small business into a large business is where the problem really lies. Okay, so don't be afraid to start something small, because you never know what might happen next. On average, it takes 2.5 years from the constitution or legal constitution, from the moment they start until they become, let's say, trusted new businesses, and they get the big money from investors. 76% has between 2 and 10 employees, so they're basically small, medium enterprises. Usually, or the most usual number, or the average number of partners is 3. 3 is a great number, okay, because 2 is good, but when 2 fight, that's a problem. The great thing about being 3 is that there's always someone to take the middle position and try to settle things down. Okay, so even these kinds of details are important. See, when we say we want to share with you knowledge from business people that succeeded in the past, it means these kinds of details. Did you know this? Had you ever thought of this? That 3 is better than 2 in business? Well, it is, apparently. 41% has a mixed team, hopefully, 21st century. 51% is already making revenues or earning revenues. 47% is financed with own resources. This means that they're not supported or backed by a bank, but by individuals that decide to put their money in these kinds of ventures. Okay, that's what we call starting a business with family, friends, and fools. Okay, it's private investors that, you know, bet their money on your ideas. And 12% or 12.44% states that they're making positive EBITDA, so profits, that they're profitable already. Okay, the top 10 industries: fintech, healthcare, education, software development. I mean, this is information from the South Summit. This is information you can learn there, and this information we're going to be discussing in the different forums that we're going to hold here in the Entrepreneurship Club. All in all, as you can see there, or you cannot see, there you go. This is the Instituto de Empresa, who's inviting its alumni, okay, to attend the South Summit. Okay, in this case, thanks to one of our students, Laura Gracia, who's working in the organization, we got a bunch of free tickets to attend the South Summit. Okay, I bet you guys know what this is about, and you know the value of these tickets. It's around $200 per ticket. Okay, so tonight we intend to give out 6 tickets, okay, to the 3 winning teams in the game or the challenge that Nico is going to introduce in a minute. So 6 of you will be invited to visit the South Summit whenever this suits you, meaning that it's 3 days of different activities. There's going to be forums, talks, debates, of course, permanent shows, okay? So just get the program, download the program, and see how many cool things you can do there. I mean, you don't want to come to my class on October 5th, 6th, and 7th, you're welcome to do so, as long as you prove that you've been to the South Summit, because that's going to do a lot more for you than one of my classes.
So, any questions? No? Everything's pretty clear?
Yeah, our projects that are already started can be financed through this, or?
We are supposed to be helping build projects in order to collect funds. We're not business angels. We don't have the resources as yet to financially support the projects. What we'll do is we will help you develop a project in order for it to be sold to these business angels. We will help you get these investments.
College, your project.
I mean, you can always convince me if your business project is good enough, you know, as a private investor, but it's not one of the goals of the club as yet.
Okay.
Rachel?
So I'm just curious if we ever, for instance, like present our project, will you also be inviting some other potential investors outside of the university and outside of the family circle, for instance?
Yes, for sure. Like in the event that we want to make in May, you're welcome to invite everyone you want. Like,
yeah, but for instance, let's say Gandaro, will you be inviting some people from your, you know,
Trust me, I will.
partners?
And not just me. Check out who's here sitting in the first row. Yeah, they're all alumni. They're graduate students. Some of them 5, 6 years ago already. 7 years ago. Okay, Miriam here owns her own business. She is an entrepreneur, so it's so good to have you here today. Miriam Petros has a small medium wine exports business. She partnered with another former student of ours, right? And how's it going, Miriam?
It's going great.
What are your main destinations?
Well, we mainly export to the US. We're also in Europe, Poland, Germany, Sweden, and now getting into Norway, and the Netherlands.
Great.
We help small to medium-sized businesses kind of grow and open new channels, and wine exports is our main focus right now.
And apart from you two, do you have permanent
Right
employees?
now, we don't have any.
Okay, it's been a tough year.
Yes.
But you survived, so
Yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you.
I barely did it.
Thank you.
Alvaro here knows a lot about, Alvaro Sendagorta knows a lot about entrepreneurship. Actually, Alvaro was a mentor to me in the world of entrepreneurship by inviting me to mentor students and young professionals that wanted to start their own business in one of the first, if not the first, social hackathon carried out in Spain, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was a big event. And what else, Alvaro?
Long time ago.
Long time ago.
I'm one of the first that failed already, so I can give you some insights on what not to do. Trying again for sure, but now I'm in the dark side, I'm in corporation. I'm in Accenture. I don't know if some of you know it, an American company in digital transformation. And I'm investing in startups as well. One of them, maybe you know, it's called Belka. They sell electric motorcycles. They're doing pretty good. So I'm very happy. And we will talk together after this session with the beers. That's something of
Alvaro's good at beers.
one of my passions. And yeah, we'll see around the entrepreneurship club and during the year, what can I help you with? But also, I've been mentoring in the Founder Institute, which is an accelerator. So if they do well in the Family Friends and Fools, I can connect you to this accelerator, and they can.
You know who to talk to during beers.
I know about accelerator.
Founder Institute, you know?
Yes,
Okay.
I was looking for the Berka.
Okay, Alvaro has committed to participate with the club, so he's going to be hopefully one of our mentors and one of our inspirational talkers here.
Will do.
We have to set a date. Okay. Would you like to introduce yourself? Just back in Spain.
Yeah, just back in Spain. I actually did the opposite of what you advised. I actually went for a master's before getting a job, and so I'm now looking for a job. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. It sounds like an insane idea. Really, really good idea. So congratulations.
Good. Can we expect to see you here?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
I mean,
good.
it depends. Still looking for the job, you know? So.
Well, and I'm gonna present Andrea, which I studied with her. I'm supposed to be graduated like her, but I have to do this first. And Andrea actually, she's working. She actually created the image of a new company related with the dental and all that. And she actually is in potential meetings because she's about to
Sell the company, so
be talent to a huge shark. So
we'll see.
she has a good.
He's about to end the whole entrepreneurship project by getting the money and run.
Yeah, exactly.
Good. Also, you have been nominated for a marketing award.
Yeah, but then didn't do. It but maybe next
But you were
year.
nominated. How many actors and actresses get nominated for Oscars and they don't get it?
Yeah,
Most of them.
yeah, it's true, but yes. No, we did I have to clarify what my business about. It's a dental chain only focused in aesthetic dental. So if you're not happy with your smile, you need to come to my secret.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Okay.
here's an entrepreneur.
Well, and we're done for the people that has to go, and the ones that want to stay to maybe win the tickets for going to the South Summit. We have a game that we have to be in teams. We have to give credit to the Entrepreneurship University from Finland, which is called Lane University, that they state like all this learning by doing. And they have a game the first day of class.